We got Happy Mail. And I'm excited. And if you are an iPad connoisseur or indulger, is that a word? You might be interested in what I got to show you. Okay, let's look. So as you know, I've gotten into the world of technology and I love Goodnotes. I love doing everything on my iPad. And I watched this man talk about Goodnotes in one of his YouTube videos. And at the end, he gave this company a shout out and it's called Pen.Tips. And I was just like, okay, let's look into this, you know? And so like I've heard of Paperlike, I've heard of other brands and whatnot. But I don't know what prompted me to continue with this company. So I noticed like drawing and writing on the iPad was just a little too annoying for me. And I'm glad I got it. And what I got was the screen protector, and it feels like paper, as well as 2 pen tips, and they're metal instead of the one that comes originally with the regular Apple Pencil. And we're gonna look and see exactly what it looks like. So one really cool thing is that it came from the Netherlands, and so I didn't get it within like 48 hours if I were to order it, on Amazon. So I was like, let me go ahead and support a small company. And yeah, the waiting was real. And I was like, I want to use it now. Anyways, we have it. And one of the features that really made me get it when the man was talking about it is that it's a removable cover. So it's not like stuck on there, and then once you take it off you can't use it again, and it's easy to apply, and at first I was like, where are the directions? But you didn't need a direction. So as you see, there are no directions, and that was fine, and it was easy to apply on there as well. Now the tips are really cool. These are like Nibs, I guess. I'm not sure. But it came with 2, and it was a package deal. So I got the screen cover as well as the 2 pen tips. And I really like the metal tip because it, I'm recording this after I've been using it, and I really like how it feels on the screen, and with the screen protector, it makes it feel like I'm really writing on paper, and that's what I really like. So let's go ahead and check this out. First, we'll begin with nothing, no improvements, just the regular iPad and pencil. And this illustration I did without the new pen tips, and so I was just trying to see like the texture and like just getting a feel of the pen and just seeing what it feels like on the screen. So I mean, I already know because that's how I did it in the first place, but I was just like, okay, so I just wanted to show you guys one of the things about it. It is just super smooth, super slick, and no like friction, and I guess that's kind of a challenge when you're drawing and whatnot. So here I'm just adding a little texture and color to the girl's skirt. And this is something that I do all the time. And so it just gives it a little like color distortion, gives it so it's not just flat. Wanted to make it exciting. So let's go ahead and just start with a new canvas. And I'm just going to do something really quick, nothing fancy. So don't think that this is how I draw in real life. But we are just showing you what it looks like without, the new products in there. So I've been using it like this for years, the regular Apple Pencil tab or tip, and then also no screen cover. And so I'm used to it. I've gotten, my rhythm, but I can tell that I can benefit more with a screen cover. One, because I hear a lot of people who do, illustrations on their iPad. They always use the one that's called paper-like, and I don't know why I didn't get that one, but this one is what we're gonna use, and I'm excited for it. So now I'm just scribbling and just doing some doodles while letting you guys see the difference with the before and after effect. So now let's go ahead and use it in Goodnotes. And so if you follow any of my other videos, you know that I am using Goodnotes for all my note taking, and it's only been about a week and a half too. And so I want my handwriting to be nicer. And so you can see it's not the best. And I do write so much better on paper. And so I'm like, dang, how come it's not like converting over? I want it to transfer to this. I want my handwriting to be nice and neat. But you do know, like, it's totally different than, writing on paper than on screen. So did you see how easy it was just to apply it? So I think it's magnetic. I don't know. So the little black part on the other side of the black part, the matching parts, and it just sticks. And so now this is the pen without the nib, so just the new paper-like. And I mean, I probably shouldn't say that because it's not paper-like, it's Pen.Tips. And so I'm just practicing my drawing, the lightness. And so I really, I could have been fine with just the paper screen protector, right? So it just makes things totally different immediately. And so I actually just love this. And I was like, okay, let's go ahead and practice. But now let's go ahead and add the pen tip. And so it's easy to remove. Just twist and pop it off, and then add the other one, twist it on there. And let's see. So it seems to have like kind of like a thinner, tip. It seems like it's a pen, and so I'm like, I can get with this. So now let's look at it. It's really cool. It's a lot smaller than the regular Apple Pencil tip. It's like a pen rather than a thickness, right? And so I was like, okay, let's dig it. Let's do it. And so we're going to test it out and see, how it writes. The pressure sensitivity. So like if you write light, how does it work? If you write, heavy, if it gets thick, And so I really liked it. I felt like I didn't have to grip it as much as the regular one, because the other one I always seemed to drop it. And I practiced drawing on the side, and I was like, oh, you can draw on the side, and then you can draw on the top. And I just was practicing the pressure sensitivity, and I really like it. And it just, I think the biggest thing that I really like is just having that friction. It makes things not slip, right? And so I guess that's what my biggest issue was, is just always slipping. It seemed like it was just too soft or too smooth for my liking. All right, so let's go ahead and head over to Goodnotes and check it out there. And as you can see, you're gonna see some comparison. There's something that I struggle with when it was just regular, tablet surface and the regular pen. There was like this extra line, this extra stroke that I would get, and I didn't like that. I just felt like, I didn't put my pen there, so I felt like it just connected a little too long. And so here I'm writing, and the writing, I feel like, is a lot more cleaner, a lot more neater, and I definitely have to continue working on my writing on the tablet because it's still not the same. And I write at an angle, and so one thing that I struggle with between, the Procreate app and then also this one is that Procreate, I can twist and turn. This one, I cannot twist and turn. I just can make it bigger and better. And so you see how it has those little tips that are added. I didn't like that. And here it was not as much. There's a little, but not as much. And so I will work on my writing. But yeah, what do you think so far? What are your thoughts? So I wanted to practice those same words just to see if they had, that little glide at the bottom, those little extra little points. And you can see at the top there, it did. And so it's a practice. It's all about practice and learning from what you don't like and making new muscle memory, right? Let's see. Hi there. Yeah. Less. All right, I'm going to speed it up a little bit while I do some little doodling. I love to doodle. Doodles are awesome. And if you are anything like me, you like to doodle all day, every day, especially in meetings. No. But anywho, we're going to also look at it in the Procreate app as well. And so here I'm just writing that I really like that it writes like paper, the friction, like there's something there that I just really like. And I love writing on notebook paper, but I feel like I'm being a lot more wasteful and having a challenging time with finding my notes. And so that's why I was heading over into the digital realm. And so now we are just drawing on the Procreate app. And yeah, I feel like it has more ease. Like it is easier to draw, less slippage, less glidage, and again, that friction. I love it. All right, anywho, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Peace and blessings.